Hi there, Pisces. I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my reading for you for the week of July the 31st, 2017. What a great time we're heading into. We've got like eclipses happening, 2 eclipses in August. Mercury will go retrograde. There's a fabulous connection between Jupiter and the Sun, Jupiter being your co-ruler. So this is a great time to book a personal reading. Let's have a look at what's going on in your natal chart, your birth chart, okay, particularly with those eclipses. And this first eclipse, the lunar eclipse on the 7th, is at 15 degrees, so anything that you've got like even close to 15 degrees is going to be significantly touch your chart. But it's interesting to see how the eclipse is going to affect your personal chart over this 6-month period. Now, the start of this week, we've got Venus on the move. Now, Venus is moving into an area of love and romance for you. So it's moving out of your family area and more into an area where if you're in a relationship, then you can reconnect or make it better in some way, or closer. Or if you're looking for love, then certainly this is the area of your chart where that can happen. Okay, so little less focus on the home domestic environment and more focus on relationship. Now also Mercury, the communication planet, is right opposite you in your area of relationships. Okay, so this sort of opens the door to have more sincere heart-to-heart straight talk. Say how you feel. So that's the message there, to say exactly how you feel. And however, Mercury will go retrograde on the 12th of August. So if you're planning on having a heart-to-heart or discussing what could be a sensitive or awkward situation, then you want to do it sort of sooner rather than later. Now, the other thing that's happening is that Uranus in your solar second house is going retrograde. Now, it's been here for a while. Uranus is like a 7 to 9 year transit. It's a 9-year transit in this area of your chart, not coming out of here until March 2019. So we've still got a little while, to go. But when a planet goes in or out of retrograde, it's always those few days before and after, give or take, that can be the most destructive while it's going through and in and out of the turn. So because this is happening midweek, then this whole week can be a little unsettled in the way it's in your monetary zone, and it's also in the area of your self-worth. So beware. Any negative thinking or limiting thinking, don't entertain it. Right? You cannot entertain a negative thought. Like, just go, you know what? No. And if you're around people that are sort of Debbie Downers as well, then you know what? No. Just try to limit your time. Don't get involved or don't get reactive in what's going on, to say, oh, that's interesting, or sorry about that, or whatever. Best than not. Once you start getting involved in it, then you sort of, that whole energy can just sort of bring you down. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But what can happen with this retrograde going on in this area of your life, it can really help you make some changes that are overdue, okay? And that can also be with clearing out people who no longer serve you in a positive way. It can be rearranging your financial structure so you can make it more solid, or setting in place a savings plan or a monetary financial plan that's going to work for you better. Now, this is also highlighted with a square between Pluto and Jupiter. Now, Jupiter being your co-ruler, so anything that happens with Jupiter, is worth having a closer look at. Yes, it is a square. Square is traditionally challenging. In this sense, the square it does help to ground things. Now, particularly if you're doing any business or monetary or official business with people that you're close to, and particularly friends, okay? So you want to sort of treat it as business. And, you know, the Jupiter energy is the essence of Jupiter is optimistic, it's positive, it's a little idealistic, okay? So with the square, with Pluto being quite transformational, and the square with the Jupiter brings it back to make it more realistic, okay? So in this case, it's not an overly challenging square. I don't think so anyway. But I do think that it helps this to bring it back and ground it more, so you know what's going on. If it's dealings with a friend, as I said, you want to keep it on a business level, put it in writing, make sure everybody, so in that sense it takes it out of that sort of idealistic and makes it more sort of realistic and solid, okay? So I like that. In that sense, it's good. Okay, so very interesting week. You know, there's like love, money, it's all happening. Lots coming up in August, and the card that I've selected for you is from the Rider-Waite Tarot Pack, traditional tarot pack. Just about every reader in the universe would have one of these in their possession, and the card I've selected for you is the Hermit. There it is there. So I like the Hermit for you particularly now. I like the Hermit anyway, but you see he's got the lantern. So the Hermit is like lighting the way. It's like, so don't get too involved in things you have no control over, or you don't know how they're going to come together, because with the Hermit vibration, it's like it's lighting the way. Things will come together. Have faith, trust, okay? And just go forward with an open heart, and you know, with blessings in your heart, and things will come through as they're meant to. Okay, so do go along and visit jenniferangel.com. Have a look at the readings. Great time to have a book a reading, and also a terrific time to just see what else is going on in the site. I've got a cosmic shop happening now, and I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my newsletter. Okay, thanks so much. We'll see you next week.